Okay, good Monday evening. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Monday, June 14th. We're going to be going over today's news headlines here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So we are live tonight. So also, if you want to come in video chat, talking anything in the world of sports, you could do so through the StreamYard links posted in Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So we're going to go ahead and set that up for you. So if you're coming from Twitter, if you're coming from YouTube, if you're coming from Facebook, that will be those links will be coming your way. So I'm gonna go ahead and send those links out. There we go. Those the first two links are up, and I'm gonna go ahead and send the other links out too. Okay, all the links are sent out. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So let's go ahead and go over some news headlines. I'm going to share my screen, and we'll give you what's happening in the world of sports. That button. Okay. Once again, score is 24-15. Philadelphia on top of Atlanta. That's in the first quarter. 104 remaining in the first. Also, the Clippers and Jazz tonight. That's going to be game number 4. Utah leads the series 2-1. So that game will be just around 9 o'clock. That'll be the second game of the TNT doubleheader on Monday night. So let's give you an MLB scoreboard update. So let's switch these over. Okay, MLB scoreboard. Cubs and Mets scoreless end of 3. Also, bottom of the third, it is the Nationals on top 2-1. So 2-1 Nationals on top. Also, rain delay out in Cleveland, no score. Baltimore and Cleveland. Also, Boston on top 1-0. That's going into the 4th. Also, other games in just a few moments. 10 after 7. Reds and Brewers. Tigers and Royals. White Sox and Rays. Marlins and Cardinals. Padres and Rockies. A's and Angels. D-backs and Giants will begin at 8:45. That's just about another half hour. Also, Mariners and Twins. And also, the Dodgers will take on the Phillies. That'll be at 9 o'clock Central. So that will be your games for this Monday night. Okay, we'll give you NHL score. Okay, Montreal will take on Vegas. That'll be game 1 of the Stanley Cup semifinals. That'll be at 8 p.m. That'll be out in Vegas tonight. That'll be on I think NBC Sports Network. Okay, college baseball. Okay, we'll give you those updates as we go. Okay, college baseball. It is Mississippi State on top 7-1. That's the last game of the Starkville Regional. So 7-1 Mississippi State. Also, Virginia heads to the College World Series. They will take on Tennessee. They went 5-2. That was in yesterday's game. Okay, 28-19, 76ers on top. So 76ers on top. 28-19. Also, Cubs, no score in that game. So no score in that game as well. So let's go over some news headlines here on this Monday night. Okay, Brooklyn to be without Kyrie Irving, James Harden for Games 5 against the Milwaukee Bucks on Tuesday night. So it looks like they're going to be. They have some injuries they're dealing with. Kyrie Irving had an MRI. He had a sprained ankle, so it looks like he's out for Game 5. And also Kyrie Irving, let's see what his injury report is. So it looks like, yeah, he did suffer James Harden hamstring. So hamstring. So it's going to be Harden and Irvin out. So it's going to be those two out for Game 5 on Tuesday. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. It's ESPN.com. Okay, the NBA Competition Committee is exploring a rule change to restrict unnatural jump shot motions. The league, the sources say, so looks like they're going to be outlawing those jump shots. That's kind of not popular with people and stuff like that. So the league wants to limit players with their crafty shooting things. So that's what they're exploring. I don't think it's going to work, to be honest with you. Kerry Thompson, yep, go White Sox. We just gave you the scores. Thank you for commenting. Appreciate it. Anybody wants to comment on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, you can do that. So I think, to be honest with you, look, let those unnatural shots progress, because look, I don't care if they make a 3-point shot from 60 feet away. I don't care if they make a shot from just 30 feet away. Look, it's the game. I mean, look, they're going to make those shots, those motions. So I'm not in favor of this rule. I'm really not. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Okay, Argentina and Chile tied up at 1. Lionel Messi scored stunning Chile in a 1-1 draw. So that was in the Copa America game. So Lionel Messi scoring. That was so he did score. It was on a free kick into the corner. It was about 25 meters. It was after the 33rd minute. So that was in today's game. So 1-1 was even. It was a dead even score at 1. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, New York Rangers hired Gerald Garlett to be the new head coach. Jared Garlett to be the new head coach of the New York Rangers. So he is 57. First coach with the Las Vegas Golden Knights. So that was in 2017-18 season. They took him to the they led him to the Stanley Cup. His record is 270 and 216. 270 wins and 216 losses, 4 ties in this career. So looks like New York is getting a quality coach, and Gerald Gallet of age 57. So it looks like this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. More information. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, Stephen Gilmore doesn't report for New England Patriots mandatory minicamp, sources say. So it looks like he is going to be in a lot of so he is due $7 million. So he skipped his the mandatory minicamp that's confirmed on Monday. Gilmore base salary was $7 million back in 2021. So looks like he is going to be a holdout in the minicamp for the New England Patriots. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. Check this, what else we have. Okay, Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert. Other finalists highlight the NBA All Defensive Team. So it looks like you have Rudy Gobert. He's the Defensive Player of the Year. Also Ben Simmons and Draymond Green is in the running for NBA All Teams. So it looks like they're going to be part of the second team was Kawhi Leonard, Marcy Thibault, and Joe Embiid, also Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo with Miami. So it looks like you got the first and the second team come out on Monday. So that's the all defensive NBA teams coming out on Monday. So this is from Tim Bontemps. You can follow him at ESPN. Okay, Phil Nicholson shuts off all noise in preparation for the U.S. Open at Torrey Pines. So it looks like he's doing a good thing. Shut off the social media and all the papers. Don't read anything you don't believe is true and stuff like that. So I think what he's doing is absolutely 99% focusing on the task at hand, which is the U.S. Open. So I think it's once again, I think it's a good situation for Phil Nicholson, because look, if you got all this distractions and stuff like that, it's just gonna mess up your game, and then you'll lose the your concentration. So I think, like I said, look, if he can do that and go into the U.S. Open with an open, clear mind, he'll do well at the U.S. Open. So it's from ESPN, ESPN.com. Okay, the WNBA All-Star Game is set for July 14th in Las Vegas with new format pitting Team USA versus Team WNBA. So it looks like Team USA will play Team WNBA in the All-Star Game, WNBA All-Star Game. So they're also going to be preparing for the Olympic Games, which is going to be at the end of close to the end of next month. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. That's ESPN.com. Okay, 32-22 is your score. 76 is on top of the Hawks. So 76 is on top of the Atlanta Hawks, 32-22. The game's going on as we speak. Okay, this is one of the videos we're going to play. It's called Horse Reality. talks about James Harden, Kyrie Irving.
If Kyrie Irving and James Harden cannot play the rest of the series, are the Nets done?
Yeah, the Bucks should win the series. The Bucks better win the series. And Kevin Durant is one of the most gifted players we have on the planet currently. But when you think about his skill set, him being an elite scorer, the playmaking aspect of it, these are the reasons why you had Kyrie Irving and James Harden on the team, right? Their ability to make plays for other people, and KD could just focus on scoring. So now you take Kyrie Irving off the floor, and you look at the likes of the way they match up defensively. If that's PJ Tucker, who's done one hell of a job on KD, but now you can blitz him off all ball screens, and you force guys like Joe Harris, you force guys like Blake Griffin, you force guys like Jeff Green. You make those guys beat you. If you're Coach Bud, if you're the Milwaukee Bucks, without Kyrie Irving and James Harden on the floor, you better win this damn series.
All right, so Jay, let me go to the pressure that Harden might feel. I mean, just a couple of years ago, we saw Kevin Durant.
Yes. Like I said, those two players, Harden and Irving, look, they're not going to be back for Game 5. I mean, look, the Bucks have a golden opportunity to close out the series with Brooklyn, if that can happen. So, look, if they come back, hopefully they will. If they have a Game 6 or something like that, I'm pretty sure they'll be back then. But Game 5, no, I don't think they're not. So, once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. So we'll move along. And I'll stop it, and I'll go over to Crest City Sports. So we'll go over to Crest City Sports and see what's happening on Crest City Sports. Okay, Saints preview, part 2, the quarterbacks. So this is what we're looking at right here. Quarterback situation between Hill and Winston. So this is going to be a pretty constant battle between these two individuals. One could throw the ball long, one could make plays with his legs and stuff like that. So that's kind of what we're facing when we go into training camp. Is constant quarterback, these constant battles. So I'll look at it this way: whoever comes out of this battle, whether it's Hill, whether it's Winston, they're gonna have a huge shoes to fill, because Drew Brees, look, he was the Saints lifeline during those years with the Saints. So I'll be honest with you, it's going to be a constant battle. I mean, it's going to be an absolute constant quarterback battle. I mean, look, I'm not predicting a winner. I'm not predicting a loser, but it's just that whoever wins it will be awarded that quarterback, and will have to stay healthy for the entire 17 games season. So once again, this is from Crest City Sports. Go to crestcitysports.com. So we will click this and we'll talk about this. Okay, Northwestern State adds Jalen King to their basketball roster. So it looks like he is coming from Georgia State College up in Georgia. He's a career 58% shooter. So Coach McConaughey is looking for somebody that could be a sharp shooter on their ball club. So that's kind of what they're looking for. So I think he would fit their void big time. So King had double doubles 24 out of the 27 contests in 11 games. He went to Carver High School up in Columbus, Georgia. They won the 4A championship. He was the regional player of the year. So that once again, that is a must for a team that's trying to get back into the full. So once again, this is from Crest City Sports. Go to crestcitysports.com. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, football preview. Young Osprey Savannah team continue to grow early, so it looks like they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. That's so Coach Corey Bordelon is determined to get this team back to a state playoff and most likely a state championship. So I think with the right tools and all that, I think Hannon will make those will make a huge step up when it comes down to it. So they have returned 5 players on offense. So they're kind of their offense is going to be stacked when it comes down to it for Osprey Savannah. So now the offensive line will be a good reel as well. So that's another key right there, key element. And then the defense will be promising future for them. And then also the secondary will be a good also their secondary will be a pretty good strength as well for once again, this is from Ken Trahan. You can follow him at Crescent City Sports. That's crescentcitysports.com. He will have more football previews throughout the summer months leading up to the new season, which is going to begin in August. It's September. So follow him at Crest City Sports. Okay, St. Paul looking to repeat as state wrestling champions in 2021-2022. So that's what they're talking about in this article from Crescent City Sports. So once again, this is from Crescent City Sports. Go to crescentcitysports.com. So I'm going to pull this up. Let me get this up and show you what we have here. Okay, I'll put this, I'll stop this, and I'll switch it. Okay, De La Salle standout Leonard Jackson signs with Loyola, so it looks like he is going over to the Loyola Wolfpack to play for the Wolfpack. He's a 6'4", 175 player. He was an MVP in District 11 3A, so that's kind of his traits right there. So I think what they got is an excellent player from De La Salle, and that's Leonard Jackson. He signed with Loyola. So once again, this is from Crescent City Sports. Go to crescentcitysports.com. So I go to another article. Okay, LSU women's track and field finished 6th at the NCAA championship. The men's won the national championship, so the women finished in 6th place in the NCAA track and field championships. So the relay scored 8 points in the first event. That was that was in the first event, and then so the totals for LSU was Lisa Gunnarsson with 10 points. So she had 10 points in her event. So once again, this is from Crest City Sports. Go to crestcitysports.com. Okay, ball pitcher Jack Walters named Mr. Baseball. So congratulations to this young man for making Mr. Baseball. He played with Bob High School up in Lake Charles. His performance, he had a 13-0 record. His ERA is .48. He also had 121 batters. He struck 121 batters out. Also, he allowed 24 hits on 22 walks. So that's kind of, like I said, that is the traits of this young man will be a potential major league draft pick one of these days. Once again, Jack Walker named Mr. Baseball by the Louisiana Sports Writers Association. So once again, this is from Crescent City Sports. Go to CrescentCitySports.com. Okay, the centers, Douglas and Wyatt joins Tulane's football team on the transfers. Looks like they're coming from Memphis. So Shane Wyatt, a wide receiver from Central Missouri, will be coming to Tulane. So it looks like that's great news for the Wave. Docentes had 10 games with Memphis. He had 11 appearances. He had 30 tackles, 8.5 for loss. He also had 3 sacks. He also had 8.5 tackles for loss on second team. So he was from Spring, Texas. So I think it's like I say, I think it's an absolute upgrade for Tulane football, to say the least. So once again, this is from Crescent City Sports, with CrescentCitySports.com. Okay, wide receiver Keyshawn Boutte on fast track to success. So it looks like he is going to be a successful wide receiver this year. So it looks like it'll be a plus for the LSU offense. So in general. So once again, this is from Crescent City Sports. Go to CrescentCitySports.com. That's CrescentCitySports.com. So we'll move along. So what else we have here? Okay, let's see. Okay, CFP changes give schools like ULM a chance. New head coach Terry Bowden says, I think they if they can get the quality wins and stuff like that, Terry Bowden, I'm pretty sure they will head into the college football playoff. That would be a great thing for the ULM in general, because ULM, to be honest with you, ULM hasn't been they've been absolutely irrelevant when it comes down to it. They've been irrelevant. So hopefully with this new hire, Terry Bowden, this will bring this team back to some sense of wins and stuff like that. So Once again, this is from Crest City Sports. Go to crestcitysports.com. That's crestcitysports.com. Okay, let's we just talked about some sports on there, and we'll move along, and we'll go over to let's see, Fansider. We'll go to Fansider, see what's happening on the Fansider sites. Okay, I want to go through the power rankings. Okay, power rankings for the WNBA that came out 26 minutes ago. For the WNBA, Joe Lord and Seattle is cooking. So let's go through those rankings. Right now, it's Indiana at 12, Los Angeles at 11. They're 4-5. The Mystics at 4-6. They're 10th. Sky, they're 4-7. So right now they're not doing too well. They're 4-7. They're 9th. Atlanta Dream right now they're 5-6. They currently was ranked 8th, but they're still 8th. Also, the Mercury, they was ranked 4th the last time. Now they dropped 3 spots to number 7. Minnesota Lynx ranked 6 in the power rankings. Also, Dallas is also in the mix, 5-6. New York Liberty 6-4. They're number 4 in the ranking. They were number 7 last time. Also, Connecticut was ranked number 2. Now they're number 3. Las Vegas, they're 8-3. They was currently 3rd. Now they're up to 2. And the Seattle Storm 10-2. So they got the best record right now in the WNBA at 10-2. So 10-2 for them. Jarrell Lord scoring 7 points in her game. So once again, that is your WNBA power rankings. So WNBA power rankings are out for the week. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Okay, Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns are taking others to new heights. Yeah, I think so because Chris Paul, like I said, he was with different teams, also with New Orleans and stuff like that, not doing too well. But to be honest with you, this Phoenix Suns team's absolutely made a significant turnaround in their season. They were 19-63. They had the second worst record in the NBA. So they were kind of the laughingstock. But now, to be honest with you, the Suns are just a winner now. But Monty Williams, because Monty Williams, I'll be honest with you, absolutely just put this team back on the map. With CP3, like I said, taking the lead for this team, I'll be honest with you, he's absolutely just stepped up his game. Chris Paul. So I look at it this way. Well, I think I'll see Phoenix in the Western Conference Finals. Yes, I think they will make some noise in the Western Conference Finals. I absolutely think they will. Because Phoenix, look, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the Western Conference Finals. Look, they had to rebuild that team. They were just absolutely in the crap. So by bringing in Monty Williams, bringing in Chris Paul, bringing in DeAndre Ayton, bringing in players that can make impacts for the Suns. Look, they just made a gradual turnaround in 2021. Okay, this is his 4-quarter stats right here. Chris Paul, so far, he has 53 points. He has 61% shooting. He also hits us. He's 66% from 3-point range. So he's a damn good 3-point shooter, to be honest with you. So that's one of his 4-quarter stats right there. So don't think for 1 second, like I said, Chris Paul just went to the team just because he had no opportunity in LA. I don't think so. He has a valiant opportunity in Phoenix. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Okay, Nikola Jokic ejected after losing his cool in the game against the Suns last night. So that was in Game 4. There was a frustrating foul on Cam Payne. So it looks like Jokic was he's going to probably be facing some disciplinary action, probably from the league or something like that. So that's most likely going to happen. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Okay, Novak Djokovic takes the next step in GOAT status in the French Open by winning over Pepsis. I'm saying his name right. He did win this match 6-7, 6-2, 6-3, 6-2, and 6-4. So, like I said, he's absolutely did make that GOAT status. So I'm pretty sure he will be around for a long time, winning these titles. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, this beer at Cubs games is an absolute incredible. It looked like a snake or something like that, but it's some kind of pipe they put in for the beer and stuff like that. So it looks like that was on TV. So I'll show you a picture of it right there. So they was Cubs fans holding that pipe or something.
That was one of the best decisions you ever made. Wow. Well, was he here long enough to string beer cups together like these? Oh, that is awesome. What would Harry Carey say right now?
That's absolutely amazing right there. That was absolutely amazing what these guys did with that stringing up those pipes, make it look like a snake, but it is a beer looking thing. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Okay, NBA execs worry Giannis would team up with Luka Doncic in Dallas. I'm pretty sure if that's a reality, that could be a dream reality right there for Giannis, if it does happen sooner rather than later. I don't think it will, but anything can happen in the NBA. You had super team pair ups and stuff like that a couple of years ago and stuff like that. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Okay, let's see what else we have. We have about 40 more minutes. We'll go through some more, a couple more articles. Okay, Nolan, Orlando rips identical highlight throw against Cubs. So that's one of the videos. I'll show you the video of it. This is Nolan Orlando.
It's got the ability to hurt you.
Contreras hits it hard to third. Backhanded by Arenado. Off bounce, long throw. Got him. What a play. Arenado with the platinum glove play.
That was an absolute play right there by Nolan Arenado. So Nolan Arenado makes a nice slow throw right there. So that's a pretty good throw to get the runner at first. So he kind of ridiculous throw was that was the bright spot. Talking about this article right here. So this is from Fansider, Nolan Arenado. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Okay, one trade Mets could make right now to cement NL supremacy. So that's what they're what this article is talking about. A trade. So for starting pitcher Matt Boyd would be outstanding. That's what they're discussing. So Matt Boyd has a 3.56 ERA. He also has a 3-6 record. So I'm pretty sure if they make those significant moves, I think they could be an NL East contender at any time. So, but you gotta get your quality pitching. You gotta get those trade those players that's not been producing for your team, and get those players that can produce for your team. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Also, one trade Astros can make right now to shake off the Athletics. So it looks like their trade for Michael Fulmer would be another top priority. So that's what they're discussing right now. The Tigers are 26-39. They're 15 back of the White Sox. So it would be some time to get some trades in from teams that's not wanting these players no more or something like that. So I think it's like I said, imperative that the Astros go get some of these quality players. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. See what else we have to discuss. Okay, Teran Matthews calls out Le'Veon Bell for Andy Reeves' comments. It looks like the drama between Le'Veon Bell and Teran Matthews looks like it's getting ready to get underway. So, that's what they're talking about in this article. Teran Matthew is not buying what Le'Veon Bell is saying about Andy Reid and stuff like that. So that's what's going on with that. That's once again this from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Okay, due to the Titans wideout says Browns, not Titans, have the best wide receiver tandem. So that's what they're saying. So Cleveland's talking about that, about wide receiver tandems with Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry. So that's the two tandems right there. So now Tennessee's just trying to, like I said, trying to catch up with Cleveland for the wide receiver tandems. So I look at it this way. Look, whoever's team's got the best tandem is the best. Look, I would say this. Look, you have they have AJ Brown and they have Julio Jones. Tennessee. Cleveland has Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham. So that would be your best. That would be a good comparison when it comes down to it. Between those two would be the best wide receiver tandems in the NFL. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. That's fansided.com. Okay, what else we have? Okay, is Jerry the keys on unlocking the Denver offense has nothing to do with the quarterbacks, so that's what they're talking about. So Jerry Jude will be a part of that wide receiver tandem. So can he be a breakout star? I'm pretty sure if he stays healthy, yeah, I'm pretty sure he will most likely will be a good wide receiver tandem for wide receiver for the Denver Broncos in general. So once again, this is from Fansider. Go to fansider.com. Okay, let's see what else. Let's see what college football has. Looks like not much there. So we're going to move along and we'll go over some tweets. So let me go over some tweets tonight and we'll wrap this up. We're about 48 minutes in. If you have any questions, comments, or if you want to come on video chat with us, please do so through the StreamYard links. If you're coming in from Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, they are posted. So if they're not posted, please send me a message, and I'll re-put them back in. Okay, we'll go over some Twitters. Okay, let's get some Twitters up. I'm gonna go ahead and go over some Twitters. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, from Yup Sanchez on Facebook. In 1968, the Violet Consolidated high school basketball team went 23-5. Finished second in state championship. Pitcher was holding up the runner-up trophy was Coach Moore. Also, players Johnny Lewis, Henry Reed, both named outstanding players. So that's from Jeff Sanchez, former player. I think he played with Hannon. And then Tulane. So Jeff Sanchez just put this out. Follow him at Owl Shalmet. That's Owl Shalmet. Okay, Tulane men's basketball summer construction has begun, so it looks like they're getting ready to rebuild this team. Coach Hunter wants Coach Hunter's so there's some pictures from practice for the Green Wave. Okay, let's look at FL teams. Okay, former Patriot Jarian in Monroe, if I'm saying his name right, signed with the Miami Dolphins. So that's, and also waived Tillman Paris. So it looks like Miami's on the move, making some changes. So once again, this is from FL Teams. Go to flteams.com. Please follow them. Okay, let's see what else we can discuss. Wow, we got a lot of. I'll pull this up. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, Gus Malzahn talking about, let's see, can't see the future. So let's see what they had to say.
Let me tell you what he did. He, being Gus Malzahn, found a way to beat Saban 3 times while he was at Auburn. He leveraged Auburn up against a wall and got massive money from them guaranteed after the 2017 year. Thus, they had to pay him a huge buyout when they eventually fired him. And then the UCF job opens at the most opportune time imaginable. No one saw it coming. Gus Malzahn lands the best G5 job for my money that there is. And then 15 minutes later, you get word, oh, by the way, not only do you get to live in Orlando and remove yourself and rid yourself from all that pressure in the SEC and still get paid really good money plus your buyout money and be tan year round and be surrounded by recruits that you don't have Nick Saban breathing down your neck for. Not only do you get all that, we're going to change the entire playoff format to where you're going to have a spot in the playoff now. We're going to have 12 spots. You got to win the conference. You're going to be able to get in. Maybe even if you don't win it, you're going to be able to get in. Gus Malzahn is probably the biggest beneficiary of this entire thing. And the conference that he coaches in, that being, of course, the American Athletic Conference, well above and beyond, relatively speaking, any other conference in America, is the huge winner here.
I say, yeah. The American Conference should be the huge winner because, look, the American Conference been, be honest with you, been absolutely been been shut out of the playoff considerations. So I look at it this way: with Gus Malzahn being a coach at UCF, that's like I said, that will help him out in the long run. So. Don't think for 1 second that that the American Conference is a conference that don't deserve to be a Power 6, because look, I think there should be a Power 6 conference. So once again, this is from Josh Pete. You can follow him at Late Night Kick Josh. That's on Twitter. Okay, let's see what this is. Okay, Eagles agreed to terms to Nick Mullins. So it looks like he is going over to the Philadelphia Eagles. Just came out around 9 o'clock this morning. So once again, this is from Philadelphia Eagles. Follow them at Eagles on Twitter. See what else we can discuss. Well, we So let's see what else we have. Okay, 62-49 is your score at halftime. 62-49. 76ers on top. That game's on TNT. If you're okay, let's see what else we got, and then we'll wrap it up for today. Let's see. Looks like I'm going to go. Okay, this is from Terry Bowden, the head coach of ULM. ULM's practice. So it looks like ULM is getting their practice going with Coach Ogeron's practice. So once again, this is from Terry Bowden. Follow him at Coach T. Bowden. That's Terry Bowden. So let's see what else we have to talk about. And I'll wrap it up. Okay, looks like we have nothing else. Looks like we covered everything. Okay, let me go ahead and switch this out. Okay, once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. We'll be back on once again tomorrow, probably at night. I have some doctor's appointments to do, and I have some people I got to attend to. So we'll be on. I won't be on in the morning. I'll be on at probably at night. So I will be on tomorrow. So. Once again, everybody have a good Monday. We'll see you tomorrow.